Hi guys, it's Melissa here from Reiki with Melissa. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about how the universe aligns people and puts people in our path in order to answer our prayers. I've had a few things happen to me recently that made me realize just how much the universe actually does work behind the scenes for us. So, I told you all the story the other day about how my sister spilled her coffee at work and then my cousin came and brought her a new cup of coffee and brought her Starbucks. She spilled like a crappy cup of coffee from the teacher's lounge. And my cousin ended up bringing her favorite cinnamon dolce latte from Starbucks to replace it. And it changed her entire day. And that was a small thing that I believe the universe did. You know, the universe really put the burden on the shoulder of my cousin to make her want to go and get this cup of coffee for her. Is I sent a text to my cousin later and I said, that was so nice of you to do that. It really made her day. And she said, well, if I can make even one person's day better. And I thought, that just sounds exactly like the message that I keep talking about and that the universe wants people to know. And so two other things happened to me that I wanted to talk to you about, and it's just really proof to me that the universe is aligning people in our paths when we pray to the universe, to God, to Source, whatever you want to call it. Whenever we pray to our higher power and we ask for help, our prayers are answered. They may not be answered in exactly the way that we thought they should be answered, but they are always answered. And the proof of that, especially to me, is examples I've had in my own life. I'm going to give you three examples. I'm going to talk about my own personal example and then two things that happened to me the other day that helped me to know that when we pray, the universe arranges people and puts people in our paths to help us. So for me personally, this was going back to last March, maybe about last March. I had just gone through a breakup and I was feeling really sad and depressed and just like I didn't know what my purpose was because I just really felt like this wasn't it and I didn't know what I should be doing with my life. I knew that being a teacher had fulfilled me for a long time, but I just felt like it wasn't what I was supposed to be doing or wasn't the only thing I was supposed to be doing. And I felt like this can't be all there is, this going to work every day, getting up, doing the same thing. It just feels like this is not it. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. And I just kept getting this tug. Like, I knew I was upset over the breakup, but that wasn't it. I just knew it wasn't just about that. There was something more to it. I just knew I was not living my purpose. So I just said a prayer like, I need help. I don't know what to do and I don't know where to turn and I just need help to get out of this funk. I don't want to feel this way anymore. And lo and behold, I was talking to my brother and he said, you need to listen to podcasts on the way to work, because I told him, I said, I just spend my time on the way to work obsessing over like what happened in the past and how I'm not really that happy with my career and all of this. And he's like, you need to listen to some podcasts. And he gave me a few suggestions. And so I thought, okay, yeah. So I started listening to the podcast that he recommended. And it did help. It helped to get my mind off of things. It helped to have, listen to people discussing things. And it took my mind off of things for sure. And I don't remember even how I came across Julia Treat's podcast. And she laughs about that because she says, people always tell me, I don't know how I found you. And I've had people message me and tell me, I don't know how I found you. And I think it's the universe putting people in our path that can help us. And I know that was the case with me because I don't know how I found her podcast, but I started listening to it. And even like the very first podcast that I listened to with her was a little out there because she was talking about fairies. And I have never heard anyone talk about fairies or believed in that. I was like, well, this is a little out there. But there was something about her and I really liked her and I loved her energy and I just started listening. And so I listened every day and I was so far behind on her podcast, I had many to go back and listen to. So I was like, this is awesome because her podcasts last, halfway to work so I can listen to two of them. And I mean, in no time, I was like all caught up with her podcasts. I listened to them so much. And then she started talking about her spiritual boot camp. And I was like, I've got to do this. I've got to work with her. And I did it. And it was amazing and just life changing. Like, I could not believe how much better I felt. And my family members were all starting to notice. They're like, wow, you seem so much happier. And, it was a big shift for me. And then that's when I knew, okay, I need to work with her. So I contacted her, and she was so nice, and we worked together, and I took Reiki classes from her and healing classes and a mediumship class, and boom, here I am. And almost a year later, I have my own business, and I have my own podcast, and I have all of these things going on. And that never would have happened if I hadn't broken down and prayed to find somebody who could help me. And the universe said, here you go. So thank you to the universe for that. And in the same way, two different things have happened in the last couple of days that have also shown me how much when we pray to the universe, they put people in our path who can help us. I received a frantic message on my website the other day from someone who said, I'm having relationship troubles and I really need help. And, she said, I need Reiki for my relationship. And I've never done Reiki over a relationship before. So I will never tell you that I can do something I can't do. And so I said, I don't know if I can help that, like by doing Reiki, but I can help you. We can meet online and we can do a lot of things to help you in that area. But, I'm not sure if Reiki is what you need. I don't know. We just have to, I'm the type of person, I have to meet with my spiritual team and see what is the best thing we need to do for you. Because I will never not consult them. And I want to do whatever is for your highest good. I'm not going to tell you that I can heal you of something I can't. That's not who I am. It's not what I do. So this call was so desperate though, and I said, I think you need to call me because I don't really know what you need from me. So after speaking to this person on the phone, I realized I can help you because we need to heal you and we need to work on you. And if we heal you and the relationship is meant to be, it will work out. And the main thing is you have to heal yourself. And really, guys, when you're having relationship troubles, it all boils back down to you and how much you love yourself. Because if you're with someone who does not see your worth, that is not the person for you. When you love yourself deeply and completely, others will see your worth as well, and you're going to attract those people who honor you and honor your worth. Your feeling of completeness and wholeness, that should never be based on another person. You should feel whole and complete on your own. And if you don't, you need to take a step back and work on yourself and do a lot of self-healing and self-love, because nobody else is going to give that to you. No one else can heal you or make you complete. You've got to do that for yourself first. And that was a lesson. That was something that I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know that. And through whenever I, ask for help as well, that was one of the things that came about, was I learned how to heal myself and how to be better in relationships because I learned what I was doing that was self-destructive before, and how to heal those deep emotional wounds, heal my inner child, and to be able to behave differently in relationships, show up differently, not be a people pleaser, be my own self. And that's what I was not doing before. And so I felt really, really bad for this person because I could hear the desperation in her voice and that she was very miserable. And I told her, yes, I will help you. But I'm not going to just put a Band-Aid on something and, we're going to do what we need to do to heal you. And I got a message back like, oh, I can't afford it. I'm going to have to cancel. And I prayed about it because I didn't believe this person had found me by accident. You can go to any Reiki person, and this person was not in my area. So I said, okay, I don't ever want to feed someone's story of I can't afford or I can't, because those are those negative limiting beliefs about money. But at the same time, I'm a single mom and I have been there before. So I meditated, prayed, thought about it. What should I do? Is this maybe I can't help her? Should I just recommend someone else? Or, and then I got, no, you need to help. So I told her, I said, we'll work out a payment plan. Don't worry about that. And the response was like, oh, I could cry that oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. But I truly believe it was the universe putting me in her path to try to help her. As she said, I prayed and, cried. And so I know I've been there, I've been there. So I know that I was put in that path for a purpose. And another thing that happened is that I am having work done on my roof because the house I have was built in 1959 and it's such a cute little house, but there are just things that go wrong here and there that I have to have fixed. And one of the things was the roof over my porch. And my mom has neighbors who are really a sweet young couple and they have really young kids and they're kind of struggling because in the wintertime, if you're working in construction and that, you don't get a lot of work. So I had asked her if she could see if we could find somebody to fix the roof before, and her neighbor is like, yeah, I know how to do that. I can fix it. So he gave me a really fair price to fix it, and we had to wait for some of the parts to come in, but he's like, well, I'm going to get over there. I could tell he was wanting to fix it right away. And part of me was thinking, I wonder if he's wanting to fix that because he really needs the money. It's hard right now in the wintertime for a lot of people if they're working outdoors. So I just said to my mom, I'm like, is there a way you can just tell him I would just like pay half now and then half, just thinking that would be fair. And so she did that. And they said to her, like, oh my gosh, like, we don't know how much this helped because we didn't know how we were going to make our rent because his wife had gotten a new job and they, when you get your first paycheck, sometimes you don't get the first paycheck right away. Like you have to wait until the next pay period because you're a new employee. And that happened to me when I got my first teaching job. And I remember being like, I thought I was going to cry. And then the district said, well, we came up with the plan. We'll give you half this month and half the next to hold you over. And I remember like, again, crying and being so happy because when you live paycheck to paycheck, it can be very rough. And you don't always know when that next check's coming in, or if it's late, it can throw everything off. And so they were having that same situation. And so they really, really appreciated it because it really helped. So I felt like, again, the universe putting people on your path that you can help. And I guess why I'm bringing this up is because you don't ever know when you're the person who's been put in someone's path to help them. That maybe they've said a prayer and you were the answer to that prayer. Or maybe you said a prayer to the universe and someone else comes along and is the answer to your prayer. But it's amazing the way the universe works. And I just want you to know that you should never be discouraged because we're always being taken care of. And the thing is that the universe always gives us what we need for our highest good. So if you feel like prayers haven't been answered, I'm here to tell you that it wasn't in your highest good. And I didn't understand that for a long time. It took me a long time to understand that when things don't go the way that I wanted them to go, it's because there's a plan and because there's a better thing out there. Sometimes it's hard to be patient for that next thing that's coming in. But I promise you that if you prayed for something and it didn't work out, it's not because the universe isn't listening. It's because the universe knows what's for our highest good, and oftentimes we don't. And we pray for things that aren't for our highest good. And so I thought I would pull a card to end this for you. And I'm using the deck The Universe Has Your Back by Gabby Bernstein. And the card that I pulled is I Lean Toward Love. I am led, or when I lean toward love, I am led. And I think that's so beautiful. And it really does go along with what we're talking about, because when when we do things out of love, the universe leads us to better things. And oftentimes, when you're pulled in a direction and you're not even really sure why you're being pulled that way, maybe you're called to help someone and other people around you are saying, "Why are you helping that person? You know, they're just taking advantage of you," or whatever. Sometimes we just know we have to do something because the universe is leading us to it, because maybe we were the answer to someone else's prayer. And with that, I mean, I want to say, don't let anyone take advantage of you. But, you always have people in your life who are pessimistic no matter what. Like, for example, if you walk past someone who's begging on the street and you give them $1, someone will look at you like, why did you do that? But you have to listen to your own inner guidance, your intuition, because the universe is often guiding us to do things for people sometimes. And we don't always realize even why we're doing it. But the universe knows. The universe has put those people in our paths so that we can help them. And I think it's amazing because there have been so many people. When I think back, and I think back to all the times that I asked for help, or sometimes I didn't even ask, I needed the help, and it was like people just showed up. And I think it's truly amazing. And I know that the universe has orchestrated all of it. So I'm eternally grateful for that. And I'm happy to be in service of others, because I know that there have been so many who are in service to me. And it's just my way of being able to give back. So always lean towards love. And you will be led. And you will be taken care of. And if you're in need of something, pray. Ask about it. Be in prayer. And always for your highest good and this or better. And just step back and watch what the universe does. You'll be amazed. Thank you guys for always being here with me. I truly love you guys and I'm thankful for you. I also know that the universe has brought me my tribe. You're a wonderful tribe of people and amazing people. If you know other people who might need guidance, please share this podcast with them. We never know what silent struggles people are going through. If you like this podcast, please leave stars on iTunes or write a comment, leave feedback. I'd love to hear from you. And it also helps other people find me. So appreciative of you. Don't forget that Mondays and Wednesdays I will be going live on Facebook with card readings. On Wednesdays will be meditation and card readings. So please check it out, 7 p.m. Central Time. If you need anything from me, Reiki, card reading, one-on-one coaching sessions, please check it out on my website. I love working with you. I love being able to connect with you. I'm able to read your energy and I'm able to get guidance for you. So don't stay stuck in any area of your life, okay? Don't stay stuck. You are worth the investment to improve your life, to go in a new direction. And it can be scary, yes. But I tell you what, I will never regret moving in a new direction, and I have not looked back yet. So exciting things are happening, okay? And exciting things can happen for you too. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Sending you massive love and light. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.